crispy.
Welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Al Figures, and this is episode 17. So I'm doing my thing here. Episode 17. So first and foremost, I recently changed my logo. This is my new logo now. I had the one that I had for years, and I had somebody from Latin America. I don't remember what country in Latin America, but they had created it for me, and it was good for its time, but it was also kind of hard to read, and it was just it wasn't that great as time went on. So I created this one. Let me take that back. I didn't create it. Chat GPT created it for me. People are gonna get mad. I know. This whole thing about AI and so forth, but I kind of just put a picture into the Chat GPT engine and gave them the idea of what I wanted, and here it is. So. For better for worse, this is the logo I'm using. I like it. It's cool. Let's go. So this is the second dio for the Boston Toy Con, and these are the windows that I need to get creative with, right? Because let me just show you guys. This is how many I have. I have a ton of them. I only have 2 of these, but I have a ton of these, which is great. They were gifted to me by my boy Chris, aka Toy Blocks. So I've created different dioramas where I've used this for the bottom portion, and I've used this without the top, but had never done something for kind of just the top of a door. And these little pieces here is yet another piece that when I was in Tampa, or in at Chris's, I looked on the ground, and these were just pieces that held 3D prints. So they looked like vents to me. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna grab these. So I grabbed a bunch. So this is just one of them. But yeah, it's nothing special, but I think it looks pretty cool when you put it in the right place. So I already painted this in that granite granite gray rather, and I'm gonna start giving it or painting the brick now while I have you guys here. I'm looking forward to Boston Toy Con. It's happening this year on October 12th, and last year happened on October 13th. It happened right on my birthday, which was great. It was my 50th birthday, my first con. It was very symbolic. It was pretty cool. I am actually going to use the rest of this brick red. This is the last of it. They don't make this anymore. This is a perfect color for bricks. So unfortunately, yeah, I have to use the rest of this on this. Oh geez, I've been using it forever, and hopefully it'll be enough, because I'm gonna need at least 3 coats. So just kind of put it upside down there for now, and then whenever I paint these type of dials, a lot of, one of my favorite compliments is, man, like, your work is clean, your lines are clean, your paint is clean. But generally, man, I'm on it with the whole generally speaking, right? But this is why the paint is clean. The paint is clean because I take measures to make sure that the paint stays where I want it to stay. So I put these little business cards in place, and now I can just freely paint and not have to worry about the paint getting on any of the parts that I don't want it to get on. But yeah, see how light that is. It's gonna need definitely 3, maybe even 4 coats. But getting back to the Boston Toy Con event, it was spectacular, man. I had a great time. I went last year, and my girlfriend came with me, and it was a great help in terms of being there at the table, allowing me to get a couple of breaks, and she would stay there and felt comfortable in dealing with customers, and she'll be there with me again this year, so that's going to be awesome. But one of the things I like about it, I know this is unrealistic, I've said this before, and I know it's generally unrealistic to operate this way, but Nick over at Nick's Comic, it's called Nick's Comic Strip. He's awesome, man. He's an awesome dude. He has an amazing shop. I haven't been in a while, but I need to go back. But one of the things that I like about the con is that it's free of charge. So you don't have to pay to go into this con. It's not a huge, large con. And again, I'll be recording it this year. It's not, humongous, but it brings out a lot of cool people. It allows families to go and you don't have to pay. You have a family of 4 or 5. It's not easy to pay $20, $25, $30 per person. And when you get there, you have to buy food. And then if your kids want anything or if you want something, all of a sudden you spent $1,000 and you didn't even walk around for an hour. So I love that. But again, I understand how it's not a realistic thing. I mean, people create these cons to make money essentially, or it helps in terms of these people who have the cons to make. And I totally get that. In this case, not only does Chris do this con yearly, but he does a con soon after this one. That's just women vendors, which again, not pretty dope. Just to have women vendors. I couldn't go last year. I'm gonna try to go this year and support that. But yeah, so the idea here is, so I don't go. I have to let this dry before I give it a second coat, and I don't want to bore you guys with just me painting. But the idea here is to do a bright red door. The other one was kind of a bright blue door. So that's kind of the idea. But I also need to spray paint these guys. And that's kind of the selection of paint that I have. So I may go with green, because that bright green is pretty dope. Right here. It's a green light. But I may go with a light blue. I mean, I started with blue, so maybe this light blue. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. Yeah, that's where we're at with this. And once I finish that one, I'm going to start working on... I got a couple of shadow boxes that I'm also going to be preparing for the con. So I have 2. I was going to do 3, but I think I'll stick to 2 just to see how these do. Put a dial in there, do a little bit of background work, and see how well these do. Pretty cheap. These are like $10. And yeah, just figure out what I'm going to do with this. And once I do these 2, I have this guy, that guy. That'll be 4. And I'm halfway to the goal of having 8 new pieces for the con. Let's go. Oh yeah, I also wanted to mention, I just finished breakfast. I'm a pretty fast eater. It probably took me 8 minutes to finish that plate. But what I did want to mention is, because I have so many of these, I also wanted to challenge myself to use these in as many different of these dials in as many different ways as I could. So this one I just went straight up, put the window, spray painted it, no biggie. This one I cut a piece and then another piece. But these 2 took 2 different pieces, because once you cut right here, like once you're cutting at the, at this point, so I have a border, then it just leaves empty space. So I had to so basically it took 2 of these to create this dial. And then kind of same deal here, just use the bottom piece, but when you chop up the bottom piece, that means that one of them doesn't have kind of that border there. So I had to use 2 windows for that, 2 windows for this, just 1 window for that one. Not sure I'll be able to, not sure I'll be able to incorporate. Maybe what I can do is I can just do a 4, right? Because I have 3, 3, we have the 6, we have all 9. Maybe I'll just cut here and here and just do something where it's just like this. But then it's the problem with that is that these are a little wider, so it looks a little bit off, because these the middle ones are a little bit bigger than the side ones. So that may look a little bit off. I don't know. I may not be able to do it. Again, the challenge is to get these 3 into a dial that's similar to this size. Maybe not using a window. Maybe I'll do something that's a little destroyed. I don't know. I'll give it some thought. In the meantime, I'm gonna paint this one now, and then I'll get to working on this one at the very least. Give it the base coat today, and then hopefully this will be done by the weekend. Yeah, update, and I'm out. So I'm watching my man Brad Owen one of my favorite, or actually the only poker channel I really watch. I am done with this. This is the third diorama I've created for the Boston Toy Con, and this one is all set and ready to just tuck away until October 12th. Very happy with how this came out. Real happy with how all three of them have come out. I'm gonna start this fourth one today before I turn my attentions to the shadow boxes. And yeah, just wanted to have you guys take a look at this. With these, I actually just went with a light spray paint of black, kind of a shabby, as we would call it in the graffiti world. So you can kind of still see through it, but not that well. Makes it look kind of dirty. And yeah, this one's all set. So with this, I wrap up the diorama portion of this episode of the Chronicles of Al Figures. I'm heading to my boys' crib to watch the Patriots week 1 of the 2025 football season. I'm going to record a little bit of that because my boy actually collects Legos and Transformers, and I've never had an opportunity to kind of record his collection. And so yeah, so the next portion you're going to see at some point is going to be that video. I went kind of toy hunting a little bit to Target yesterday. I may put that video up, I may not, I don't know, but definitely happy with how this came out, and I am out. I'm at my boy's crib, my boy Enrique's crib, and so I have 3 friends that are low-key toy collectors, right? So Enrique, his brother Pablito, he big Lego collection, and my boy Dilo, who used to also be my roommate, also does Lego and some other toys. But this is my boy Rick's display here, which is pretty dope. You know, he got Optimus and AT-AT, some more Lego, some of these dope Jeeps, and some of these Technique whips. He has the Back to the Future joint, but he also does a little bit of Transformers as well. And this is actually this spot I've watched. Watching the Patriots right now, I've been here for at least 5 of the 6 Super Bowls that the Patriots won. So we would be here, yo, this place would erupt. And I'll never forget, funny because we're playing the Raiders now. It was a snowstorm. I think Enrique was skiing, got here a little late. I'm waiting for him. We're watching the game. And it looks Tom Brady fumbled. What we thought was a fumble. So I go up these stairs, I go to the bathroom, then I hear an eruption. I come down. It wasn't a fumble, and we went on to beat the Raiders and then win a Super Bowl. So this is like the spot that we've watched all these Super Bowls for all these years. But yeah, just wanted to. Enrique also, he's into sneakers, as most of my boys are. His brother actually has a solid collection. Dilo also has. These are the same guys. Also has a good collection. Although he's had his collection so long, he's starting to wear some stuff he never wore. It's falling apart. That's what Jordans do. But yeah, man, this is every time I come here, it's dope because he has this cool little display. And yeah, he has I'm trying to get into this line of Transformers. And he definitely has more than I do. He has like Shockwave. That's a great pickup. Jazz. I think the only one I have from here is Cliff Jumper and Starscream. And yeah, so just wanted to share that. This place holds a lot of memories, man. So one of the great things about living in New England, in Massachusetts specifically, is that I'm not too far from a bunch of different states. For example, I'm now in New Hampshire, doing a little bit of toy hunting. This is one of the guys I need for the Dinobots. 60 beans. And I still need this. This has made a comeback. I've seen this in a couple places. I like these claws better than the normal ones I usually put.
Let me grab that. Let's see. Plenty of these hanging around. So we have a Star Wars and wrestling. Yeah, it seems like there's always wrestling figures, plenty. But like my main collection, G.I. Joe, you don't find those as much these days. Excuse me.
Irritated.
Yeah, the only thing they have for Joe's are these guys. Oh, well, they have these guys. I'm glad that these are, there's so many of those because I definitely want to get a second one at some point. Yeah, so this is what we have at, I think this is Salem, New Hampshire. It's right over the Massachusetts border, but I also live very close to the Rhode Island border. So I get to kind of travel 3 states. I don't know. And let's see what the collector's corner looks like, if they have one here. Oh, looks like they moved all their cards to one section. Oh no, these are, yes they are. Legends of the Force. I don't collect cards, but once in a while I'll buy a pack, and for $5, you know what? I think I'm gonna take this pack, and yeah, see what we get. Yeah, I don't know if they have an actual. Hey, there it is. Usually it's a big sign that says Collector's Corner. Plenty of pops as always. Once in a while I'll grab one of these Super 7 joints. I've been seeing these. I kind of like these, man. Kind of like these fan drop. They're a little pricey, but it's heavy, so let's see what they have. And then once in a while I'll grab some of these guys. See, like, I've been wanting this guy. The problem with this guy is he's tiny but expensive, bro. Let me see. Yeah, I have. This is the mini Vegeta. But let's see what the price is on this. Sometimes if they're here long enough, they'll drop in price. Let's see if we can find here we go. Such a tiny dude. I don't even know how articulate he is, but I mean it is a SH Figure Arts. Yeah, $37. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, I'll pass for now. Looks dope, but I'll pass for now. What is this? Little Spider-Man tower thing. It's pretty cool. Tower series. See, like this guy's on sale. Clearance for $23. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I am out of here. All right, so I went to New Hampshire today, and I grabbed a couple comic books. I'm not a big comic book collector, but I used to be. But I'll get some here and there. So I was able to grab this this Spirit Files or Silent Missions, kind of the Files of Spirit or whatever. So, and I also got X-Force is my favorite all-time X-Men group, and Cable's one of my top 5 favorite Marvel characters of all time. So I grabbed number 10, which in reality was X-Force number 300. What I liked about it is that it has kind of all the covers, and I have a good majority of 1 through 100 from when I used to collect them heavy. So this is kind of cool to have kind of all the covers of X-Force from 1 to 300. Also grab some blades, some extra blades, so when I cut out the spaces for the windows and the doors, so grab some of this. And also, and I've never gotten a pack of this, but my boy Yoda's on it, so I was like, yo, let's do it. So I'm opening this real quick. I have no idea what to expect in this pack. I mean, I wouldn't know if something's great or not anyway, but here we go. And I think it's from a card playing game, I assume. We have Kit Fisto, Fortress Vader, Go Into Hiding, Jedi Sentinel, Vulpitex. I feel like those Pokemon videos. Life Wind Sage, Jedi Starfighter, Terrantatic, Itinerant Warrior, Hyena Bomber, Hyperspace Wayfarer, Nameless Terror, Kelleran Beck, and his story is pretty cool. The actor who played him in the I forgot what series it was. Quinlan Voss, Psychometry, and the Wild Force is the, I don't even know what they call this again. I don't know, but I just figured I'd pick up a pack. It was like $5. But I had these. Oh, and I also got one of these guys. Woohoo! Let's go. Yesterday I was at the Target in Salem, New Hampshire, and today I'm at the Target in Westwood, Massachusetts. Let's see what I can find here. Did I pass the whole entire aisle? Lego. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, dude, this is on sale. About time. Another Cobra. 3 Cobra Commanders. Firefighter. Let's see what we got for the Transformers section. Not much happening here. And then Star Wars section. About the same. About the same as what they had in Salem, New Hampshire. Let's go take a look at. Still looks pretty dope. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the collector's corner. I'm still looking for that Optimus Prime single pack. Nothing. Let me see. Nah. I have to get that from a reseller, I guess. Not that I'm a big Hot Wheels collector, but definitely want that Optimus. Let's see. Alright. This looks like it used to be the collector's corner. Now it's a book situation, but they moved it to the right. This guy, I think I have this, or one of them at least. This guy again. Yeah, it's just $40 is crazy for this. I mean, I guess it's not too crazy. I mean, it is a pretty dope. Or SSH Figure Arts. I wonder what was here. Oh, alright. I like the Return of the Living Dead. So I don't collect these at all, but I like these. I like it when they're like real, kind of small. It comes with a skateboard. It's Bart. Let's see how much of it's priced. If it's under 15 bucks, I may grab it. Yeah, the rest are just bops. Yeah, again, I'm really feeling these. I'm hoping that they eventually go down in price. I'd love to get either of these. Pretty cool. Let's give it a little more time. I don't have a thing. Let's see what this is priced at too. I'm just a big Thing fan, so look at these prices. I may grab something today. Let's see. You know, it's just one of those things because I'm traveling and I've gotten more into like sneakers. I'm way more hesitant to splurge on action figures or toys that aren't part of my collection. So let's just get an idea of what these guys cost and make a decision. All right, so we got it's 15 bucks. $4.99. This is the winner.
No, you get to choose one from that aisle, baby. $10 budget.
Absolutely do not mind spending $5 on this guy. Again, I don't have any, you know, The Simpsons have been around for 20 something years. I think it's the longest running TV show ever. And for $5 for this little dude, it's pretty dope. Paint job looks really good. Again, he comes with a skateboard. And this is classic, a classic character that's known, if not worldwide, definitely, I'd have to say worldwide. Again, you don't have a show that runs for that long without the whole world knowing about it. And I'll just take a look at the card packs too real quick. I think it's over here. Just to get an idea of what they have. Because I'm also okay with getting packs here and there. Oh, let's see if there's anything that's familiar. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, they got some Smurfs. I feel like just getting little things like this